Yes. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You may think we late, but I'm always on time because we always live. This is the Holy 5F. A lot of you don't know what that stands for. Maybe we'll reveal it to you today, or maybe you got to come through and find out what it means, because we ain't giving you everything on a live stream. Yeah. We say Salah, say cool, hallelujah.
Salah, say cool, hallelujah.
What we say, family? Salah, say cool, hallelujah. And I know I ain't pulled the tape off yet because this is how most of you walk around. This is how most of us walk around. We think we see the light, but we surrounded and submerged in darkness. And most of us too afraid to search out and travel through that darkness because we don't see no light at the end of the tunnel. Most of us are submerged in a world full of shit. So you have become what you have been submerged in. So even when somebody pulls their hand through the darkness to pull you up out of the shit, you won't respect the hand that's trying to give you a lift. You think it's one of them creatures that been eating at you in the shit. But really, it's been coming to you to lift you up out of the darkness. Are you ready to receive the light? To get out of the darkness, you must go into the darkness. It's a little something to think about. Be right back. Nobody asked you to talk, did it? We all know that we see me on the screen. You're not speaking to me about anything different, son. But it's reminding me every day of how when I come out and I speak to people, everybody want to do this. But with you, with my children, sometimes it's an irritation, but I'm learning more to not let it be an irritant. But sometimes it's a little irritant because you just spoke to them once, you just spoke to them twice, you just spoke to them 5,000 times, and they still doing what they want to do, and it's not working out the way they want it to work out. It's not working out well at all. It's actually working out the reverse of well. But when our Father speaks unto us, yeah, you can still call us children because we babes. But when will ye arrogant ones be wise? I know the scripture says, when will ye, how long will you simple ones love simplicity? But you don't know that came into our lives. Things we have with them. And they took it and they my Father's word in the book. Like they've taken and twisted and mangled my Father's spirit. They ain't mangled spirit, but the word, your brain, I should say, your thoughts in the natural book. So you all twisted and mangled. We're all twisted and mangled in the darkness, in the true book, of the true living book. And most of you don't understand the living book because you're too busy taking faith in books. But you surrounded and submerged in shit, so you can not see or even read the book that you have at hand. Any of the books. You just go by what those books tell you, and you don't know what the book truly tells you because you've been twisted and mangled before you even came out of your father's jungle business, before you even came out, after you came out of your father's jungle business and went into your mother, into another womb of darkness. You were already screwed up. But you would like to come out here and try to tell the world what they need to do and how they need to go about at it. And when you see somebody else who actually knows and it's actually working in the best way, you get mad at them when they don't let you come and take over their platform that they've been building. When they don't let you come over and take over their house that they've been building. Huh? Right or wrong?
Right.
Then let the body speak up. If I'm wrong, correct me. If I'm right, say that's right.
That's right.
Hallelujah, Father. Or we say cool.
Say cool.
Because when you know better, you what?
Do better.
When you know better, you what?
Do better.
When you know better, you what?
Do better.
See, it's still kind of weak over there. So, I guess this is what you would call a little monologue before we get in. Actually, not before we get in, because we get into it right away. Whether you can perceive it or not is up to you. Like I'm looking in here. I gave a notification. Yeah, my time may look like a little off. But where are all the heads? My channel won't show that this is a big channel, but this is the biggest channel on this planet. Because the spirit comes through me in the biggest way. Period. So you can bounce around all you want, but all you're doing is showing and proving my Father's greatness of what I'm speaking. We so twisted and mangled that most of us don't have enough courage, even when you find out how twisted and mangled you are, to try to iron out those kinks, because it's so tight, it's so mangled and conjoined, it hurts like a MF. Yeah, today my speech is always on point. But because you're so twisted and mangled, today I'm gonna be more selective with some of the words I use. Not because I'm afraid of hurting your feelings. Your feelings are your feelings. You're not in control. Actually, your feelings are not your feelings because you're not in control of them. So you don't know how you feel because you twisted and mangled up. All you feel is hurt and pain. This is why you cry out. Your spirit is crying out for some of us because we in so much pain. But when the answer comes, you think the answer is the enemy or the adversary. Or let me say, not the answer, but the solution. You think the solution is your adversary. And you don't know that you have become your own worst enemy. We have become our own worst enemy. So today, what we're speaking of is how we do in my house. It's how we do in my house. See all this forehead? This is a part of my house. That's the frontage of my house. I like my house. How about you? I respect my house. How about you? Enough to do my best to keep my house clean, especially when I find out that it's dirty. but we so busy. Chum, 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 chum. Hiya! Hiya! Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Moving to and fro. You can laugh at that. That was funny. Moving to and fro. We don't know that this got us mangled up. We don't know karate. We just know crazy. And if we ain't on here acting all silly and being a clown and shit, we don't want to be involved if it ain't clown shit. When it comes to seriousness, we don't want to have nothing to do with this. Especially you men, because you've been around you females. We've been around you females. And you ain't been around no mind. So we all twisted and mangled up. This is why it ain't no heads here. Because if you can't wait a couple minutes, then you don't deserve what I have to offer anyway. What my Father is offering you through me. Because 9 times out of 10, you a jealous little female anyway. Your mind state, you have the mind state of a jealous little female. And you can't stand to see somebody else with something you don't have, or you can't achieve, or maybe you can achieve, but you ain't got enough courage to achieve it. In any case, you ain't got it. You claim you want it, but you don't want to do what it takes to get it or to bring it out. Well, I'm going to bring it out, whether you like it or not. So it don't need to be no numbers 1. It can stay 0 because 0 is the perfect number. Because 0 in this world represents losers, but in my world, 0 represents what? Ooh, who can get that? What? What'd you say? Born. Couple of them had it a little off, but born. I just born one. How about you? Yeah, your science. You can take your little science and put it where you've been putting everything else. In your mouth. And since today is reversed, you think this is your mouth, but I know that your mouth has switched positions. Your mouth is at the bottom of your back. Because that's what most of you, that's what all of us, when we don't know who we are. Did I say that right? Yes. We are speaking out our backside and out our upper side. So our mouths have become our bungholes. And your bunghole has become your mouth. So even though you speaking from here, you ain't talking nothing but doo-doo. That's what you do. Speak doo-doo. So today, we go by the Spirit in Heare in this house. So as we go by the Spirit, wake up, get up, stand up, and ask a question. How did I wake up? How did I get up? How am I able to stand up? Who gave me these 2 legs? All these body pieces, parts, members. And how are they all operating under one accord? Whose cord is that? Whose chord is that? Is it one chord, or am I being played with many chords? Am I a real boy? Am I a real girl? Or am I just a puppet? For all you Pinocchios out there who don't know you being played by Geppetto because you slow and you speaking out your a-hole. It has replaced your brain. Now, if you want to come out the a-hole, then you're going to have to prepare yourself to fight. And actually, right now, I'm going to go to the book of First Maccabees. Chapter 3. First Maccabees, chapter 3, verse 58. Got that, warrior, daughter, yeah? You ever at the end? I got it, but I'm just, so I'm gonna read this anyway. I just want you to get there. You got it? Chapter 3, verse 58. And actually, I'm gonna start first with 48, verse 48. Let me see. Actually, 46. I'm gonna start with chapter 3, verse 46. And before I do any of this, I'm gonna bow my head. It's already bowed, but I'm gonna bow my head with a small prayer as we get into it. Everybody, bow your head. We know what bow means. It means to humble yourself. Bow don't just mean do this. That's one definition man gave it, but bow means B-O-W. Bow means, or bow, it means to bend. See, you already mangled out, but you don't want to bend. You're not flexible. You don't stretch. You don't work out. So when the wind come, that strong little wind come, don't even have to be a good one, just that strong little wind, because you so stiff, you break. We break when we are not bendable, when we don't have any flexibility. A brother was saying to me, the iron sharpen iron, but people always trying to combat. Nigga, you can't combat over here with me. Come at me with a bat and think I'm just gonna let you hit me with a bat with your shit. You don't even know how to stand in the right posture to swing a bat, to bring it back because your reflexes is off. You stiff. So to bend, to bow, to come before my Father, you have to be bendable. You have to have flexibility, or he will break you. You will break yourself because you can't withstand his truth, because you're resistant unto the truth. So as we bend, I say, Father, thank you for allowing us to awaken upon this new day. Whereas it seems that the world is in a terrible and horrible place. But you say, as we grow closer unto you, we shall start to become brand new. 1,000 shall fall by thy side, and 10,000 by thy right hand, but none shall come nigh unto me. And he's showing me. I don't hear no secret voices. He's showing me everything. He's speaking to me. You people just hear a lot of voices. You may even get some visions, but you don't know who is giving you those visions. And why? Because again, you mangled up. You mangled your whole being is mangled. So you can't bend to straighten up all those mangles, those tangles, so that you may bend and bow to receive the truth from wherever it may come from. If you speak the truth, I have to bow unto you, because you are the vessel in which my Father is speaking through. Whether it's a tree, a bird, an ant, a spider, a cloud, because he cometh in the cloud. So if he cometh in the cloud, you don't think he cometh in an ant? No, because your brain is mangled. So as I bow, as I bow unto you, Father, allow not one lie to come out of my mouth. And I can't just depend on him to do this. I have to depend on myself, meaning I lean on all my understanding on the highest part of me, which is my Father, but I have to be cognitive. I have to think before I open my mouth, which most of us don't know how to do because we grew up around monstrous monsters. I'm always watching what I say. So if you don't know what a monstrous monster is, a monstrous woman, we grew up around monstrous women. That's a bloody bitch for your information. Because this is the revelation. The revealing of the revelation is what you receive when you come here. You keep talking about, well, we waiting on him to come. What if he was here in your face? You would do nothing but the same thing what they did to that fake one. So because I know who my Father is, and he has shown me who I am, you won't catch a lie coming out of this mouth. If I speak incorrectly, if I speak wrongly of my unawares, then be a brother and a sister and correct me. Because my intention is not to speak lies. So I will not speak a lie, no matter if you want me to or not. The book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 48. Not chapter 48. See? Self-correction, though. Because I listen to what comes out of my mouth. So even if I do make a mistake, most of the time I can catch it. But if I don't catch it, you're supposed to be paying attention so you can catch it and you can correct me so I can be back on the right track as a brother, as a sister. And do it in a manner to where you ain't trying to joke. You see, you was wrong because you said, shut the fuck up. Because that's what's coming out of your mouth. Fuck shit. The book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 3, verse 46. Wherefore the Israelites assembled themselves together and came to Mizpah over against Jerusalem. For in Mizpah was the place where they prayed aforetime in Israel. So no matter what they was going through, even if when they was off, which most of the time they was off, they still had a place where they congregated, the majority of them, which is a good thing when you've been twisted and mangled up, because most of the people you're around are going to be fucked up, twisted and mangled up, and they ain't going to have the truth. They might have bits and pieces. Some of them might even have a lot, but it's twisted and mangled up, so they can't get to it. So they'll speak some truth here and there, but it's all mangled up, and they don't know how to put it together. It's mangled up, but they don't know how to put it together. Everybody want to be the what? Everybody want to be the what?
The leader.
Everybody want to be the what?
The leader.
Everybody want to be the what?
The one.
Everybody want to be the chief, but don't nobody want to be no Indians. You don't even understand the Indians, because you think you over them. How you gonna be the chief if you think you over them? You forgot you're Indian too, nigga? Well, how you gonna lead us? How you gonna be the Indian or the chief and you ain't no Indian? That means you don't belong to us. So it was a place that they can go, because when you congregate amongst people from here, they your same people, you can get bits and pieces. A lot of them people, some of them people, let me say some of them people, because a lot of them still going there just to go to the party, just to be around something new. But some of them people going there to be around somebody like them. Huh? Now y'all just took a nap. How you gonna go to sleep already? Some of them people, that's what they call it, to make the pilgrimage. Some of the people who go into that pilgrimage are going to seek out the truth, and they know that it gotta be somebody. More than likely, it's gonna be more than somebody that's there doing what they doing, trying to unmangle what's been twisted and deformed, so that they can straighten themselves out and stand and sit upright, even as they are bowing, as they are bending to receive. (47) Then they fasted that day and put on sackcloth and cast ashes upon their heads and rent their clothes. What do they do after that? 48. You should have your book open. 48. And laid open the book of the law, not the Bible, not the best instructions before leaving earth. If you leaving earth, nigga, that means you're going to hell, because you ain't taking care of the house that was built for you. Why would he give you another house? We got work to do, people. And you dirty ass, filthy demons, you got work to do, because your demonic ass, you gonna help clean my father's house before I throw your ass in the lake of fire. So, and laid open the book of the law, not the best instructions before leaving earth. Always trying to say some slick S. Because you niggas is snakes. Could that be the reason?
Yeah.
That you slithering snakes. That's why a lot of you niggas got lisps. And you can't control that forked tongue. So this is the book of law, the book of life. But this book in my hand is only a representation of what was already created. It's up for you to find out what the true book is and what it entails. Because I ain't giving you nothing no more like that. Because you don't appreciate anything unless you got to pay for it. And you still don't respect it. But your slave master told you when you paid for it, you did something with filthy lucre. But to get something from me, you're going to have to pay for it with your Holy Spirit. This is why I don't put out videos all the time. Because you ain't researched the videos that's already there. All the meat that I already put out, you ain't figured none of that out. You don't know how to digest or digest any of it, or ingest any of it. But you so much of a childish, a kiddish, I should say, a kiddish mind state, a shit mind state. You got to be reminded every 5 seconds. Oh, it's a video out. It's a video. Oh, he did something. He dropped something because we so busy. Choom, 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 choom. Mangling ourselves up. Tying ourselves up. Binding ourselves up. That you don't take no time to bow. To bend. To be humble. To be flexible. To be malleable. So you have to be reminded as a child. See, the truth come back to each other. It come right back because it's always connected. So as my son was speaking when we started this off, most of you just want to say something when you think somebody looking. You want to feel important. But if you knew you was important, you would know how to humble yourself, or you would learn to, so that you can show your importance. What you imported, huh? What you imported, and you now stand on your import stance. Yeah, but you don't understand. You don't understand nothing. And you overstand everything you think you know. Yeah, I know. Over and under. Wherein ye heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. Man. And you are twisted and mangled with all the heathen's images. And you think you know, but you won't take no time to find out. You just want to come argue, debate, and strife. And if somebody come and they start asking you questions that make you, that test your so-called knowledge of what you've been going by for 25 years, you just get aggravated and you can't deal with nothing. It's so aggressive. But let that one you call this kind of man, which he's not, he actually looked like the walls on my wall, the color of my walls, beige raw chicken skin. Let him come over. And you being for him, you bow unto him. I'm going to say you bow unto him. You don't bow unto my father, but you bow unto him by all. Huh? You bow unto Baal. Bow all of you unto me, your God. Niggas always looking for a God.
You know what? I'm looking for a God.
But yet, have you sought to seek the Creator? You looking for what?
God.
But did you raise your hand? What are we supposed to do when we want to speak? Raise our hands. Unless I turn around and look at you, and that's me acknowledging you and saying, what? So let's go. 58, chapter 3, verse 58. First Maccabees is the book we're reading out of. In the book they call the Apocrypha, that they took out of the book. What is it, 16 books, I think? What are you doing taking anything out of our books? You're not even supposed to touch our books with your filthy ass. We're not supposed to allow heathens to touch our book, but we do every day. So if they took 16 out, you don't think it's some more missing? You never thought about that? All you who claim to know, we Israelites, and Jesus gonna come back. Nigga, you the same as them Christian niggas outside is trying to murder me. You still riding the skirt tails of another man. You ain't helping him fix his tails. You riding on him, looking for a Messiah. You got to be a demon. So if this ain't for you, this ain't for you. I'm not here to convert you. I'm not here to pervert you. Either this is for you or it's not. If it's not, get your ass on. If you like to stay and learn and see if it's for you, you're welcome. If you're a demon and you no longer like the behavior that you display on a regular and you want to see how you can change and you need some encouragement, you can stay, demon. But once you start acting up with that demon, I'm going to bop your ass upside the head, because the truth is a continuous bop upside the head to those who act demonic. But to those who are righteous and upstanding, it's a kiss upon the forehead from our Father, upon the cheek, the jawbone. It's a kiss from our Father. Which kiss are you? So a brother by the name of Eudas, some would say Judas, but Eudas, 58, and Eudas said, arm yourselves, as we were speaking earlier. But you can't arm yourself if you mangled up. And be valiant men. That means be upright. I'm going to stop. I like to show you some things, but you don't respect it. Because your slave master is giving you everything that you think you need, and he has not armed you with the things that you are supposed to have. He has disarmed you so that when you hear the truth, you are alarmed by it. And you are therefore affrighted by it. So you lash out at it. Well, I'm going to allow my truth to lash out at you. Because either you are a demon or you have become a demon. And this is going to demonize your shitty ass behavior. So that you may choose to wake up out of that cesspool if you like. If you don't, then you don't. And see that ye be in readiness against the morning. So arm yourselves and be valiant men. And for you lesbos, for you independent women, if you don't know that's the same thing, you're a lesbo, lesbian, you're a fag. Your behavior, you are displaying the behavior of these things. I didn't make these words up. These were words I was taught. Who made these words up? Because it's not our language. So if I speak in these words, who should you be faulting? The person speaking them? Yeah, they have a little fault, but what if they're ignorant of what they're speaking? Or should you truly be faulting the one who created the language in which that person is speaking? be in readiness against the morning. So he said, arm yourself, be valiant men, and see that ye be in readiness against the morning. Why? That ye may fight with these nations. So if you've been disarmed, how you gonna fight? When this mind is saying, arm yourself, be upright, and be in readiness against the morning, so that ye may fight with these nations. No, be friends with them. No, marry your sons unto them. Marry your daughters unto them. Have little GMO babies with them. He said that ye may fight with these nations. Should we be having GMO babies with them?
No.
What kind of food are they serving us today?
GMO food.
What kind of food?
GMO food.
Is that food healthy for us? No, GMO ain't genetically modified organisms. Genetically modified, what is the other one? It's genetically modified organisms, and it's genetically mutated organisms. Same thing, but they say it different ways at times. What is a mutation? What is modified? It means it changed. Somebody changed it. Your genetics, your way of thinking. Somebody mangled your brain up, which is bothering your spirit. And your spirit don't want to stay in your body because our bodies have become filthy. It will not stay in a place of filthiness. It will leave your ass. But it will still stay with you longer than your filthy ass woman will. Who a lot of you, they have become your gods. Because the devil put your woman over you. And she's helping them mangle your mind up. Your spirit. You can't mangle the spirit. But your mind has become worrisome unto your spirit. Like, I gotta go find me a new house. This shit right here ain't gonna cut it. Because she has been mangled and tampered with. Because you have been mangled and tampered with. You have allowed somebody to mangle and tamper with your woman. Your most tenderest thoughts. And you won't stand your ass up and get control of your thoughts. Because to gain control of your thoughts, you have to dive, have to delve deeper into that abyss that we were speaking of. That darkness that you see before you now. And I got something for you. It's coming. It's already here, but it's going to be darker. It's going to be darker than what you see here. And that darkness that we in the midst of, once it get on you, you're going to find out that it's alive. And this thing's in there. This is why most of you don't want to come out of that darkness. This is why most of you are afraid to go search for the light. Because your spirit knows, your weakened spirit knows that this thing's moving in there. And you don't want to make a sound. Because even though you in shit, you know it's going to devour your ass because you ain't got enough strength. Well, guess what? He sent the light. He sent the light before you to help you, to empower you, to encourage you. I ain't say outpower you. I said empower. To help spark what's already in you. So that your light may be bright enough to where it gives you a little space. So you can see that it's a difference between you and the darkness. Why is he saying arm yourself and be valiant men and be in readiness against the morning to fight with these nations? He ain't say fight with your brothers, fight with your sisters. He said these nations, the ones you keep trying to be like, oh, we all humans. Nah, nigga, you a human. Because you keep trying to be like them. If you wanted me, you'll never be like them, but you'll keep trying to fool yourself into thinking that we all the same. No, nigga, me and you not the same. I guarantee it. You can look at me right now and see that we not the same. You can hear me. I don't speak like you, and you don't speak like me. And if you are like me, the only way that you can become like me or greater than me is for you to bow, to bend, to humble yourself, so that you may receive instructions, so that you may grow and not be devoured by the darkness that you submerged in. So not to fight our brothers and sisters that are assembled. Oh, let me don't say that right there so you don't get that mixed up. Not to fight our brothers and sisters, our fathers and our mothers, our sons and daughters. Not to fight with us, but fight together against these nations that are assembled together against us. What did he say? They are friends. No, he said that are assembled together against us. Why you at the bottom? Why are they assembled together against us? To destroy us and our sanctuary, us and our homes. Because our homes are supposed to be what? What are our homes supposed to be, family? They're supposed to be what, woman? Our sanctuary. Our place of refuge. Our place of tranquility, of calm, of peace and blessings. Our homes, our temples. But now you got to go to Whittington Temple. That was a weak ass church that my mama used to drag me to when I was younger. All these places they're supposed to be temples, but they don't do shit outside. They always on the inside. But are they truly on the inside? What are you doing on the inside? Because when you're doing the right thing on the inside, it's going to show on the outside. So if all these people been hiding in their temples and their tabernacles, this has to be the onset or the offset of the onset of what they've been doing, what they've been setting up inside of their temples. Because it is spewed from the inside unto the outside. And the world is shit. I got to say it so you can really get it. Can't sugarcoat shit as the devil does. That's what he does. He sugarcoats shit and tell you it's shit on the shingle. It's corn dog. But he ain't tell you it's corn it's a cornbread casing covering a human meat byproduct. Because you think you eating beef or pork or turkey. You don't know what you eating because you didn't make it. You didn't get it from a holy, sanctified person or being or temple. Because for my type of people, we ain't even supposed to be eating that anyway. And if we did eat it, you didn't get it from someone like me. We got it from a heathen. And heathens eat people. Because they've been devouring you and our kind for, it seems like, infinity. And they devouring us until this day. It says it right here. To destroy us and our sanctuary. What you think they do with some of them bodies when they destroy you? Mangle you up in the meat grinder. And then serve you your cousin. They put it in the movies all day, every day. The devil is showing you what he is, but you just, oh, it's just a movie. That's just what they do, entertainment. Why in the heavens are you entertained? Are we entertained by other people eating each other on a movie screen? You should be repulsed. Huh? When we see a vampire, we should be disgusted. When we see a werewolf. But because we don't know who we are, and I've had these thoughts myself, I didn't really want to be a werewolf, but I wanted that power of the werewolf because all I seen was I felt strength, but I knew my condition, it was just weak. Y'all come out here in front of my so-called friends and homies and portray this strength, but really my eyes always showed me you're being weak, and everybody else around you is weak, and I was stronger than everybody around me, but I made myself weaker to fit in with those weak ass niggas. How weak is that? Because I didn't want to be an outcast, but I was already an outcast because I wasn't weak. I was truly strength, but I was afraid to tap into it. So my children asked me today, my father, they say, how long the live stream gonna be today? I said, I don't know, because we go by the Spirit in here. And we already pushing on 5120. And we ain't really get into, but I guess we did. This is what happens when you go by the Spirit. Spirit in here. We let the Spirit take us because we know that we are what? What are we? Not, yeah, we the one, but what are we? I said, if we go by the Spirit, why do we go by the Spirit? Because we are the what?
We are the Spirit.
Because we are spiritual here. We are no longer fleshly. The flesh does not control us. So we take time to take time for ourselves to learn how to bend, how to bow, so that we may receive instructions of our true self, which is our spirit in here. In here. Yeah, man, they don't know. I'm showing you, but only those that search diligently. I had to search diligently for this. So I'm not finna give it to you. I was giving you a little bit. I'm not finna give it to you like that. You're gonna have to pay for it. My father always made me pay for it. He didn't give me nothing for free. So people like the scriptures is free, and you want to say that, but he didn't make me. He didn't give me nothing free. I had to pay with my life to get what I'm sharing with you. So I'm learning. That's why he said, "Do not cast your jewels upon swine, lest they turn around and trample you with it." Yeah, he said pearls, but it's the same thing. That's what a pearl is to us, right? A jewel, you fool. 59, for it is better. He said, because they are assembled together against us to destroy us and our sanctuary. Once you get rid of the mind, go to Mark 3:27. Mark 3:27. We go by the Spirit in here. We go by the Spirit in here. We go by the Spirit in here. In here. In here. We go by the Spirit in here. We go by the Spirit in here. We go by the Spirit in here. In here. In here. We go by the Spirit in here. We go by the Spirit in here. We go by the Spirit in here. We go by the Spirit. We go by the Spirit. We go by the Spirit. There you go. We go by the Spirit. My father gave me that song. I wish I could play the music for you, but I don't know how to do it. We're going to try to work it out because we're going to work it out. But we go by the Spirit in here. You got that? Come on a little bit closer over here. That way. Come on. My daughter is going to read. She's the reader today. One of my warrior daughters. The spirit of Yah. Warrior daughter Yah. She going to bring the spirit. Come on a little closer. That way this pick you up. Go ahead. This is, you know how to call it. Call it out.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 3, verse 27.
Because we were speaking about this. The book of First Maccabees, chapter 3, the end of verse 58. That they are assembled together against us. Why? To destroy us and our sanctuary. How do you destroy? He said destroy us. It's Saman speaking. He said destroy us, the man, and then destroy our sanctuary, which is our home. Read that.
No man can enter into a strong man's house.
What you say? Say that again.
No man can enter into a strong man's house.
No man can enter into a strong man's house. Go on.
And spoil his goods.
And spoil his goods. Why is he saying that? Come on.
Except he will first bind the strong man.
Except he will what?
First bind the strong man.
So no man can enter into a strong man's house and do what?
And spoil all his
and
goods.
spoil all his goods. No man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil on all his goods, except he what?
Will first bind the strong man.
First bind the strong man. That means tie you, mangle you, twist you up, mind screw you. Read the rest of that.
And then he will spoil his house.
And then he will spoil your house. Why you think ain't no fathers in the house? Why you think it's only big ass boys and the mama's boys in the house? Because you've been twisted and mangled up, mama's boy. And you've been twisted and mangled up, mama's daughter. But I'm going to tell you what you truly are. You mama's little bitch. Just like your mama. Because they twisted and mangled your mama's mind up after they twisted and mangled your father's mind up. And both of them had became bitches. Like our forefathers, Adam and Eve. You call them Adam and Eve. They became Satan's little bitches. And they were never able to get their minds right again. Because if they would have, they would have been placed back in the garden. But all they did was start crying and complaining and going more into Satan because they liked what Satan was offering. They liked the sensation, the temptation of the flesh. They liked the slithering touch of the serpent. And they weren't patient enough to humble themselves, to bow themselves, to bend themselves unto instructions. The true kindness. We're not here in this house. And all our men have been, our strong men have been binded by prison bars. But before the prison bars, the bars of the prison of the mind. Your multitude of thoughts have been barred up, have been locked up, twisted and mangled, and you can't get out of it. Because you don't know how. And all that hate for yourself is mangling you even more. So you really can't hear yourself outside of yourself because you don't understand the self that you hear inside of you. Because all it's doing is screaming and crying and kicking like a kiddish little fucking little demon. So when someone like me comes along, oh, he can't be the truth. I'm better than him. He think he every... No, nigga, I know I'm everything. You know I'm everything that you strive to be. But the bitch in you won't allow it to be. Because it needs to have that hold on you. It has a bind on you. And if it loosen it up, you might find the strength to bend another part back. But if you look today, everybody walking around like they fucking retarded. Back. You bent and all fucking broken up. But you want to tell me how to live. Nigga, look how you look. You bitch. But look at you, nigga. Have you taken a look at yourself? Even if you look at yourself, you're not going to see the true you because your mind is bent up. So you seeing what you made up. Maybe it's Maybelline. Cover girl. You can laugh. Come on, I'm inviting you in the house of my family. I've opened the window of YouTube, this YouTube portal, so that you may see a true and righteous soul. Because YouTube don't have a soul. But the soul is right in front of you. So don't start acting crazy because it's be you. But remember, I'm going to be me. When you're not doing the right thing, I'm going to correct you. When you're doing the right thing, I'm going to acknowledge you and I'm going to encourage you. I'm going to say thank you. I'm not afraid to I don't want to do the wrong thing, but I'm not afraid to do the wrong thing anymore. When I'm seeking to do the right thing. As long as I'm seeking to do the right thing, when I get it wrong, you shouldn't hate me for it. I shouldn't hate you for it because you were striving to do the right thing. So I should be able to say, that's all right. Come on, get your ass up. Try it again. But if you're going to sit there and cry like Adam and Eve did, like most of you do today, I'm not going to, what they say, congratulate. I'm not going to be happy with that. I'm going to be irritated with that because you're being a bitch and I'm encouraging you. Why am I encouraging this bitch? I'm not encouraging your bitch. I'm encouraging the Holy Spirit within you to rise over that bitch and get from up under that bitch because the bitch is always going to try to bring you down. So whatever is not allowing you to rise in your life to the highest part of you, that is your bitch. And your bitch is ruling over you. A menstruous woman. And now her bitch is ruling over her. Your offspring. Because they ain't come out right. And somebody is stinking. I'm like, I smell some gas.
Ooh, yeah.
Not all of that, though. That's what I mean. Not all of that. That's bitch shit right there. See, you took what I said and you ran with it the wrong way. I said act natural, and that's good. And now, as I speak, as I show so many others when I speak to them, I say, my Father always brings me a living example. This is a living example. I could allow that to go on, but no, I'm going to stop that because he's being playful. We don't play here. We have fun. We have serious fun, but we don't play around here any longer. I don't teach my children to play or to F around, to joke around. We don't joke around. We have fun with each other. We may tell some jokes, what you call jokes, but this is us having fun. But we ain't jokey hand playing too much. So 59, for it is better for us to die. This is why he says for us to assemble, to arm yourselves and assemble and be ye ready against the morning, to fight with these other nations that are assembled together against us, to destroy and us and our sanctuary. 59. Why should we do all of this? Is the brother going to explain it? Let's see. For it is better for us to die in battle than to behold the calamity of our people and our sanctuary. 60. Nevertheless, as the will of Father is in heaven, so let him do. How you going to let him do it if you don't bow down? I mean, if you don't bow, if you don't bend unto that which is greater than you. And if you perceive the lowest thing here on earth to be greater than you, are you truly worthy of the highest thing, family? If you think the lowest thing is greater than you, are you worthy of the highest thing?
No.
So are they worthy of me actually breaking all of these things down to them? Some, because some are fighting, but not the majority. But even the ones who are fighting, what does he say? Where are we at? In my mind, in the multitude of my mind. Just funny. I told you we go by the Spirit here. This is the book of Ehud. Ehud. You call it the book of Jude. As I'm going to where I was getting to, the Spirit brought me here. Chapter what? What is that? Well, it's actually only one chapter. The book of Ehud, chapter 1, verse 18. How that they told you there should be mockers in the last time, who should walk after their own unfatherly lust. What did I just say? What did we just say? Some of these people ain't worthy of us breaking these things down to you, or breaking them up for you so that you may ingest them. 19. These be they who separate themselves. You have separated yourself from the Spirit because you won't bend, humble yourself unto the Spirit when it calls upon you. Sensual, having not the Spirit. You're a goddamn demon. And you worse than the demon if you choose demon life over the Spirit life. Because ain't nothing better than the Spirit life. Except maybe hell to a demon. But is it better than the Spirit? The true Holy Spirit? No. But the demon don't think right, so he think hell is his place. So let hell be your place. Now let's move on from there. I am going to Dr. Warrior Dr. Yeah, let's bring that over to Hebrews chapter 5. Because we go by the Spirit in here. We go by the Spirit in here. We go by the Spirit in here. In here. In here.
Daddy.
All my little ones didn't fell asleep. I was going to do this earlier. but we go by the Spirit. Hebrews 5, verse 12. Read that for us.
Alright. For when the time ye ought to be teachers.
For when the time, mine says for the time ye ought to be teachers. So for when the time you think you ready to come out here and speak with somebody like me or anybody, when you start professing, when you go get your master's degree, as a brother said to me today, he was speaking, he was proud of his daughter, and I didn't want to. That's fine, she's accomplished something, but what has she accomplished? What have we accomplished? Getting degrees. He said she got her master's degree. What did he really say? My brother never really got time to speak with me. When he speak, his thoughts are so all over the place. So if you looking at this brother, them thoughts be all over the place. If you don't take time, which I've offered this to him, but he don't take time to look at it himself. And I'm mad at him? No, because I know the condition he in. Would I like him to sit his ass down and bold and humble? Yes. Because what pride is it in a degree? He said his daughter got her master's degree. What pride, how much pride can you have in your daughter's degree of mastery that she got from her master? Who is the so-called black man's master today here on earth?
Caucasians.
The who?
The Caucasians.
Speak up.
The Caucasians.
How is a dirty, filthy heathen? Didn't we just say if you put the lowest creature on this earth above you, are you deserving of the Most High?
Mm-mm.
So if you got a master's degree from your filthy Caucasian slave master, how are you deserving of the true masters, which I don't call him master, the Father, the Most Highest? How are you deserving of his degrees, of the knowledge, understanding, and wisdom of his degrees? If you putting value in your master's degree, and he is your enemy, as we read in here in Maccabees, what? And that ye may fight with these nations, why? That are assembled together against us to destroy us and our sanctuary. Why would he teach you anything that would elevate you to a higher degree? You fool. Ye vain ones, how long will you love vanity? So that you can say in this world, I got my master's degree, and you're the most stupidest motherfuckers I ever seen in my life today. No common sense, no senses at all. We have lost our senses. As this, we go by the Spirit in Heare. So for the time ye ought to be teachers, when you come out of your school and they say, congratulations, you have completed your master's degree. Your master told you you've completed his degrees. And your master is a dumbass. But he was just smart enough to manipulate you into thinking you were more of a dumbass than him. Because his daddy manipulated our father and mother a long time ago. And he's been giving his kids knowledge that we aren't, what they say, privy to. So it's not that they're more intelligent than you, but they just have more intel than you. They don't truly understand what they have. They just know it works. Some of it. To the point that it will keep you mangled up and bound up by they fake ass laws and they fake ass statutes. See, they tried to turn the father's statutes into statues idols. That's why you bow unto Baal. You bow unto their statues, but you don't bend and humble yourself unto my Father's statutes. Under his, unto, not under, because they don't bring you under, they are within his laws, statutes, and commandments. You don't adhere to them, but you bow unto your slave master's fake laws, his rhetoric, and his statutes, and to his commands. And if you don't, he'll murder your ass, and you scared to death of his shit that you submerged and bound and drowning in. Huh? But you better get the fuck away from me unless you want a bath. A bath. That's why today we are on a Sabbath day. This is a Sabbath day blessing for you. But it's for us first and foremost. And when we bless ourselves, our Father, he put a mighty blessing upon us. So if you come around here, you're going to get a blessing. But your blessing might not be the same as the blessing for him or her. Your blessing is the fire, everlasting demon. So ye read the rest of that. So when they ought to be teachers, and when you go to college, you get taught by what? A professor, someone who don't really know shit. They just regurgitating the same thing that they've been brain screwed with, and they're professing. They're just yelling out things unto you. Can't explain anything that they know. They're going to say, give you the same explanation that was given to them. Can they test it and it works? No, heavens no. It's always going to be an excuse why this didn't work. But it's no excuse. It's just the truth is you're a liar. And you're a hypocrite. And you've lost all your senses. That's why in Mark 3:27, it says you cannot enter a strong man's house to spoil his goods unless you first bind the strong man, then you may enter and spoil his house. That means get him bound up in all type of false doctrines, all type of lies, conspiracies, which you don't know that a conspiracy doesn't mean it's a lie. It means somebody is conspiring, plotting against you. But because your mind is all mangled up, you can't see the conspiracy. So the devil telling you, well, he's just a conspiracy theorist. No, it's not a theory, not me. But when they speak about some people, they actually speaking the truth, but he said it into a way it sound perverted, and you can't wrap your hand around it because you already wrapped and mangled up. You bound up with their laws and their statutes and their demands, their commands, because you're a dog unto your slave master, mankind's best friend. You dog ass nigga. Bow wow. Bow wow 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 wow.
Bow, 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 bow.
Bow wow. And here's a what? And here's a nothing.
Nothing.
And here's another nothing.
For nothing.
And here's another nothing. For nothing. So when you think that you're a teacher and you got a master's degree and you're ready to go out into the world and profess your vanity and your arrogance because now you think you somebody and you didn't know you was somebody already. Man, I just said this just in a message earlier. Somebody for you to have to be brought down. Watch this, family. This for y'all. For you to have to be brought down for something that bring you down. What is that saying about you? Who can get this? No, for something to be able to bring you down. What is that truly saying about you?
You ain't nothing.
You ain't that.
You and what?
You ain't nothing.
Okay, and you can say that, but that's not what it's. That's yeah, not really. But I get what you're saying, so it does make sense. But it's wrong. What did you say?
You ain't that.
You right, but it's wrong. Because the question I'm asking, if something has brought you down low, what is that truly saying about you? You what? Come on, woman. Hey, but bring it out more. You getting there? You warm, but you ain't really there.
You ain't fighting them.
Yeah, but you warm.
You're in the hole.
You, you warm. You a little colder than her. She warmer, and that brings a warm feeling inside my heart. Woman, you warm. Come on. If something is able to bring you down, what is that truly saying about you? About you?
Demon.
No, son. Because the best of us can get brought down if we're not paying attention. And if we are afraid, if we surrounded by demons. And that's what demons do. They gang up on you. Like the police, the government, these nations. So they have ganged up on you to put fear into you, to destroy you and your sanctuary. Let me give it, because we don't got all day. Let me show you. If something is able to bring you down, it can only bring you down if you were what?
They can't bring you down if you down.
So when I was drinking and I was whoring and I was getting high, looking to get high, I'm thinking I was getting high, trying to get high, it was only bringing me down. So if it was bringing me down, even though I didn't think highly of myself, where was I really at? I was really on high already. I just didn't know it because my mind was mangled. It might not have been mangled as much as some others, but it was mangled too. But my mind never actually really, it wasn't mangled. I just didn't have enough courage to do what I saw. So I forced myself to go down. Remember I said that earlier in this video? I lowered my standards to be around others so that I wouldn't be ridiculed for being different. Although I knew I was different and I was higher than the rest. But I was ashamed to say, I'm better than you. Because everybody made it seem when you say you better than somebody that you are being haughty and you are being arrogant. No, only haughty and arrogant people act haughty and arrogant. But when I say I'm better than you because I can discern between my behavior and your behavior. And your behavior is horrific and my behavior is better than which you do. At times, my behavior was better than other times than I behaved myself. And now I'm so much better because I don't any longer indulge in those behaviors that brought me down. So now I am showing my Father that I am worthy of what?
Going up.
Of going up. Because I'm bending myself, I'm bowing, I'm humbling myself to know the truth. Instead of professing I know something. Read on. The book of Hebrews, chapter 5, verse 12. Go ahead.
Ye have need that one teach you again.
Ye have need that one teach your ass again. Mr. Know-it-all, Mrs. Know-it-all. And you can't stand it when somebody that you presume to be like you knows more than you. This is how I can say I'm better than you, because I am not like you. And I'm not afraid to admit it anymore. I am encouraged to admit it. I am better than you. This is why my Father speaks to me in a manner in which he does not speak with you. Does this mean that you are shit? No. But it will show you what you are, because depending on how you take what I'm saying, you either going to take it like shit or you're going to take it with humility. And if you take it with humility, you're going to show that I'm not truly better than you, even though I may be in a better state to receive what he has to offer. Because you're going to see yourself as me, but a different version. But if you take it as, look at him, that means you a bitch. And I am better than you, bitch. Learn it, know it, and keep it. Come on. Ye need that one teach you again, little bitch. Come on.
Which be the first principles,
Keep going.
or the oracles.
Okay, my book says, which be the first principles of the oracles of Father. If you took time to study these videos, these few videos, you'd understand I don't call my Father Lord, and I don't call him God. He is neither one of those, or neither one, however you want to say it in your stupid ass dog language. So you have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of Father. So that means no matter your master degree, no matter your bachelor's degree, meaning you're all by yourself, even though you just got this degree from this college, they charge you all that money, you only got your bachelor's, you by yourself. But when you get your master's, you might be around some other stupid ass niggas who got their masters. And come join the club of us stupid motherfuckers who profess to be something that we are not. These are the oracles of Father, that when you think you know, you have to be taught again. I'm not going to even show you what that is. You got to do some work yourself. Read on. Yeah.
And are become such as need of milk.
And are become such as need of milk. So he say, you ought to be taught again. The principles of the oracles of Father, you need to be taught again when you come into the light. And you are in need of milk. Why? Read on.
And not of strong meat.
And what?
And not of strong meat.
And not of strong meat. Why do you need milk and not strong meat? 13. Come on, read.
For everyone that useth milk.
All right, you have to pick that book up and speak up. The speaker is over here. Turn this way to me. That way your voice is projected. Just sit. There you go.
13. For everyone that useth milk.
There you go.
Is unskillful.
For everyone that useth milk is unskillful. Keep reading.
In the word of the righteousness.
Okay, mine says 13. For everyone that useth milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness. So he said you can't handle strong meat. You need milk. And everyone that needs milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness. But yet you find all these people everywhere talking like they know something. You better listen to these creatures as well as you better listen to me. Or not. But I'm speaking to the ones that's listening. Because if you listen truly, then it's for you. You will gain something. But in your journey to gain, you're going to have to become something. This is why you cannot go to any seminary school or go study up under some priest or pastor and say that you are an ordained minister or deacon or a father or a pope or a bishop Evangelists. I've been evangelizing. Nigga, what the fuck do that mean? You've been a goddamn demon your whole life. That's what that means. Because he said, you are unskillful in the word of righteousness. And righteousness don't speak out your mouth. Like we said, if all these churches and everywhere your clubs and societies, if all of them was doing righteousness, this world would be totally different than it is now. But it's a reflection of what's on the inside of your temples and your halls and your hole in the walls. They have come on the outside. So if the whole world is a shithole, it's because you're a shithole. Read that last part.
For he is a baby.
For he is a babe. For he is a, you would say, babe. For he is a babe. So can babes eat steak?
No.
Can babes eat broccoli?
No.
No. When they first come out, even if you chop it up finely and blend it and puree it, they can't eat that, can they?
Mm-mm.
They have to eat what?
Milk.
Because the Almighty gave the woman, not the bitch, he gave that woman what?
Milk.
Milk. He gave that woman the holy nutrients that babe needs. But bitches give their children what?
Fake milk.
What'd you say?
Fake milk.
What'd you say?
Similac.
But bitches give their children Similac. Bitches give their children, menstruous bitches, bloody bitches, give their children formula. Because they heard somebody say, we got a master's degree and we can make a formula for that baby, for that babe. When the Almighty already made the perfect what?
Milk.
And since you've been giving your children Similac and ISO meal, the fuck is that?
Meal.
And it don't say ISO meal. It says ISO meal. That means I've been giving you ISO, whatever that is, ISO milligrams. I've been giving you so many milligrams. Don't it say the milligrams on them bottles? I've been giving you so many milligrams of this GMO made formula, which is going to turn your child into a monster. And now we're dealing with what outside?
Monsters.
Lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my. Werewolves, zombies, and vampires.
Oh.
Oh my. Read on.
All right.
14.
But strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age.
But strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age. See, if this is for you, it explains it right there. But if it's not for you, you ain't gonna get it. It's only made clear to those who are supposed to be made clear. This is why nobody reads you these things. Because even if the demon sees it, he can't read it because it's a contradiction unto him. It's going to tell you stop coming to him. It's going to lead you to start going inside of your temple and cleaning your what? Your house, your temple, your home, your sanctuary, your family, yourself. But strong meat belongeth to them that are full age. That means, nigga, you a kid. Shut the fuck up and sit down, little kid. Because you're not a child yet. Because a child is, they're going to be humble. But kids ain't humble. They stubborn ass little goats. That's why the word kids mean what? Goats. That's why Caucasians call their creatures what?
Goats.
Kids. Goats. And now you're calling your children what? Kids. Goats. And you're mad that your children are behaving like who?
Kids.
Little Baphomet kids. Little stubborn ass goats with them crazy eyes. Oh, you can see that? Bad.
It look like a zombie.
And what the goat telling you? That he is.
Bad.
I'm bad.
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 I don't
Bah.
like it.
Humbug.
Bad.
Oh, that looks spooky.
Bad.
That looks spooky.
Bad.
Read on.
Alright.
Even those.
Even those who by reason of use.
Hold on. Even those who by reason of use. You don't have any reasoning because your brain is mangled up. So your reasoning is not working. That's why most of us, because I'm speaking to us, damn near all of us, especially speaking to us men, right? You women, you womans too. But woman, this is kind of your little character. You already wishy-washy. I'm supposed to be the purity of you to help you balance your hormones. But if I'm unbalanced, how am I going to help you with your pH balance? I cannot. You have turned me unto you. So even though you don't know that you're a lesbian, a gay bitch, it's two bitches in a household. One look like a male and one look like a female. But both of y'all bitches. And you battling each other for supremacy. Which bitch is going to be on top? And most of the time, the male bitch is losing. And the monstrous bitch, she's winning. Because the house is full of femininity, funkery, fuckery. You feminists. Just that word is saying that you hate men. So if you hate men and you come from men, bitch is saying you hate yourself. You stupid ass bitch. We go by the Spirit in here. This is why a lot of females don't want their men to come, because that bitch spirit that's upon you is going to check your ass. And a man ain't got to cuss at you, what you call cursing. He ain't got to use profanity. All he got to do is read the scriptures, and it's going to put your bitch ass in your place, because it's going to put his bitch ass in his place, and then he going to step into his place of righteousness, and he going to rise above. But instead of being like you, he not going to step on you. He's going to lift you up also. But that bitch in you can't take it, because it ain't going to allow you to be over him. But it ain't going to allow you to be under him. But that bitch in you is always going to tell you, because you can't be in total control, that he's making you a subordinate. When a man's duty is to lift his family up so that his whole family can become what? One. Zero. For you non-heroes. That's why you can never be a super shero. I got super sheros. Yeah, nigga, I made that up too. I brought that forth, I should say. Not made it up. I brought it forth by studying diligently. So I have super sheros because I lift my women up. I uplift my women to where I am. So even when I come down, it's to show them I'm where you are. And if this is where you are, this is where I'm at now. Now let's get up together. But there is one head in the family, and the almighty head of the family is me. And that is an incumbency of all of the factions of the multitudes of my thoughts, which are my children and my woman. I deal with all of them according as I deal with myself, because they are all representations of me. No, you can't buy this for $1. You got to pay for this with Thanksgiving. You got to bend. You got to bow. You got to become a Bobby, you got to be humble. This is why I don't keep making videos. Because when I was in my other world, I would enjoy making videos. And yeah, nigga, I was still doing this, but not in the most perfect way. I was still saying it's a better way to do what we doing. But it was a lot of vanity in that, even though I was speaking from a righteous standpoint, trying to find me. Because that person I had to make up because of the world being a bully unto me. I had to make a demeanor up for myself because I didn't know who I was. Now I don't have to wear Maybelline. Now I don't have to wear CoverGirl. Now I don't have to put on MAC. Because I'm the son of the biggest MAC. And if you niggas don't listen unto his son, he gonna Mac your ass down with his Mac hand. Not his pimp hand. Not his player hand. But the highest of the players in that world, I'm going to use this terminology, nigga, his Mac hand. Because that's the top of the food chain. Even in that world, it's the Mac. Because the Mac didn't have to lie. He was living a perverted life still, but he didn't have to lie like a pimp. He don't have to manipulate. He does not lie. He does not manipulate. When you got the Mac hand, you speak with all truth. That's why you can smack the shit out of nigga and you ain't got to put your hand on him. That's why people don't like truth, because it smacked the shit out you with the Mac hand. The father hand. His mighty right hand with his mighty left hand. Either one you want. They both equal. We go by the Spirit in here. We go by the Spirit in here. We go by the Spirit in here. In here. In here. Read the rest of that, y'all.
Have their senses exercised.
Start with even those.
Okay. Even those who by reason.
By thinking,
of use have their senses exercised.
But you don't know your senses because your senses have been eaten up. They've been degenerated. They've been, what do you call that? That's generation, but when something is eating at you, it sounds like degenerated. That is. Yes, that is. That's it. Alcohol eats your ass up. I know. Because it was eating my ass up. But I couldn't tell. Until, I could tell. And it was damn near too late. But something said, no, it's not too late for you. But you're going to have to fight your way back. You're going to have to prove to me this time that you're worthy for me staying in your house. The house that I built for you. If you don't fight, you don't live. And what did he just say in Judah? For it is better for us to die in battle. Chapter 3, verse 59, first book of Maccabees. Die in battle, than to behold the calamities of our people. I forgot to read that part, but the back. And our sanctuary. At the end of 58, that we may fight with these nations that are assembled together against us to destroy us and our sanctuary. This is why they give you school. This is why they've educated you. This is why they give you alcohol, because all it does is mangle up your thoughts and mangle up your body parts. Alcohol twist and eat your shit alive. Why you think it burn when you put it on the cut? It burn your regular skin. It burn your mouth when you drink it, and yet we still drink it. Burn us down our throat. But because they put a little sugar on it, we think we manly enough. Oh shit, I can take it. Take that. Take that. We punishing ourselves, trying to prove our manhood. Instead of saying, shit, no, don't take that. Don't take that. But we mangled up and we don't exercise our thoughts. We don't use our thoughts. This is why you overweight and your body all fucked up and you looking like cleft lip, club foot, Down syndrome looking ass motherfuckers. That's because we got imperfections in our bloodline that comes from the imperfectness of the mixing of two bloods that wasn't supposed to be mixed. GMO. GMO ain't new. It's talk about it in the beginning of this book. But you don't read the book. All you do is half-ass listen to niggas who half-ass speak it. But you don't exercise your mind, so you can't discern what they speaking because you have no power of discernment because your mind is all jargled and fucked up, corroded. Our minds have been corroded and polluted through everything. And all you got to do is look at their weak ass science, look at this weak ass life. That's why you in the house scared to fucking death with that mask on, walking around driving in your car with no AC with your mask on. Suffocating, about to have a heat stroke. Because you a hot-headed motherfucker, so all you do is hot-head shit. That's why you popping caps at everything that, nigga, he touched me. Pow, pow. Pow, pow, pow. Pow, pow, pow. Really, that's what you niggas doing because your pants is all the way down to your motherfucking ankles. You don't shoot even like a fake real man. Pow, 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 pow. You niggas is pow, pow. Pow, pow. Pow, pow, ow, ow. Niggas shoot back. Ow, pow. Niggas don't even be aiming. Pow, pow. I see it on the news every day. Pow, pow, pow. You bitch ass niggas. The fuck is wrong with you? And Esau, that filthy ass Caucasian, his bitch ass though, nigga, he go to the range, so he be like this. Pow, 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 pow. So you be watching your slave master, you try to emulate your slave master, but you don't even do what they do. All you want is the things that they have, but you don't really do what they do. Because they murdering and killing your ass, but you ain't doing nothing to them. But you would try to send murderous threats at me for speaking the truth, showing you what's happening to you and how to fix it. Because you're not even a babe. You just a kid. You just a product of their environment. And they made you a dumbass slave, a zombie, a vampire, a werewolf, a parasite. And actually, you ain't even those. You a zombie, but you more of a whoopee cushion. You the familiar. Anybody know what a familiar is? Something like what?
Something similar.
Connor, I just explained it. You are a whoopee cushion. You are you're a host for the parasite. And that is a familiar spirit, what you're speaking of. But what I'm speaking of in this parameter is they have become familiars. That means they only keep you alive to feed on you. That's it. You're a whoopee cushion. So where the vampire can poke his teeth into you. Because his teeth are like what? Needles. Like a serpent. The serpent, his teeth, his fangs are what? They needles. Where he can inject his venom into you, and then they do what? A lot of creatures like spiders, they inject their venom into you, and it poison you and break your ass down so that they can digest you. Listen to the word, digest. Look how they pronounce it. They kill you so that they can, ingest means to laugh too. They laughing at your ass while they ingesting you. Yeah, if we had some music here, you'll really be rocking with us. So let the music in your head rock with you, because that's where my music is. It's in my head. And this should be music unto you. It will be music unto you, who is made for, who is meant for. Unto them demons, it's going to be music unto them too. But they don't want to hear it because it march them into hell. And they can't even do nothing about it. They be like, we go by the Spirit in ya. No! But they can't stop singing. We go by the Spirit in ya. We go by the Spirit in ya. We go by the Spirit in ya. We go by the Spirit. Can you hear it? Finish that off, y'all.
All right. To discern both good and evil.
Let's start with 14 at the top again.
But strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age.
Come on.
All right. Even those who by reason of youth.
All right, hold it there. But strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age. Even those who by reason, if you're not thinking, you don't have any reasons. Your reasons are not really reasons. Those are implanted thoughts, implanted suggestions that have been implanted in your mind. Read on. Of use, who by reason
of use have their senses exercised.
Right there, hold on. Who by reason of use have their senses exercised. That means you have to use your what?
Mind.
Go on here, you all right? You have to use your senses. If you don't use your mind, you can't use your senses. If you're surrounded by shit in a world full of shit, how can you use your senses? They all are clogged up with shit. So when you smell, all you smell is shit. You think you smelling good chicken, like this filthy ass place over here across the street from my house. Nigga to open up a crispy, creamy, crunchy chicken shit in this filthy ass liquor store. How you go through a dirty ass liquor store where they piss on the front door, they piss on the side of the building, they piss on the back of the building. They go right there and they put their hands on the handle. You go right into that store with these filthy ass fucking nations that's against you, and you go get some crispy, crunchy chicken. What the fuck is wrong with you? You don't exercise your reasoning. Your reasoning is not being exercised. So you don't think correctly because your brain is broken. And your spirit is about to leave your zombified ass. I thought way better than most of you, and my spirit was still about to leave me. Because he said, you be thinking. So it's no excuse for you. I'm not fucking around with you, son. So for those of us who he speaks to like that, it's really not a punishment, although you may have been thinking that you've been punished all your life. What he's saying is you've been punishing yourself because you have reasoning of thought. You've been exercising your thoughts, but you just haven't had the encouragement to use what you've been exercising. So this is the reason why I'm saving you. I've allowed you to be here for this time, so that in the time when you were supposed to wake up, you would see and know what to do with all of those things that you learned from then and you didn't have the courage to do. Now you have the courage because you've learned the difference, because you've been exercising your reasoning of thought. So now you can become a righteous judge of character because now you learn to understand yourself, to use all of your senses in the right way. Read on.
Alright. Have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil.
Those who by reason of use have their senses exercised. If you don't use it, you lose it. We hear all these things, but we can't put them together because we so fucking mangled up. And the world needs you to be this way so you can keep depending on that filthy ass bottom feeding serpent. And I'm not talking about the actual serpent that slithers on the ground. That's a beautiful creature. I'm talking about the motherfucker who behaves like a serpent because he's a bitch. He was made to be higher, but he chooses to dwell on his lower self. And for him to be over you, that means he's slithering all over you. He's slithering all over us. This is why you can't breathe. This is why you suffocating. This is why you niggas got on them shirts. Them stupid ass George Floyd shirts. That nigga deserve everything he fucking got. Because as big as he was, when he was bouncing at the club, he was trying to bully niggas when they walked in that door. Because I'm so big and I work for my slave master. You got to take them glasses off. You can't wear that hat in here like that. The fuck out of here. As soon as he found out that he wasn't like them, mama, I can't breathe, you bitch. You don't deserve to breathe. Big for nothing. Because you didn't do shit when they came to you. You could have mopped the floor with them 3 motherfuckers. But you were so in fear that you couldn't do shit. Because your senses was broke. All you can do is try to fight me. But you can't fight the people who fucking with you, as it says here. You would rather see the calamities of our people and our sanctuary. And you don't know that for it is better for us to die in battle than to behold the calamities of our people. 1 Maccabees chapter 3, verse 59. That means even if the Most High allowed them to take your life, at least your family sees that you was a real mom. And they not going to grow up with that fear that you grew up with. You just changed the generational curses right then and there. But you afraid. Because you ain't in tune with your senses. And if you're not in tune with your senses, you would never know that it's a sixth sense. Oh, don't they say, ain't it a movie that called Six? Oh, we go by the Spirit in ya. We go by the Spirit in ya. We go by the Spirit in ya. In ya. In ya. There's even a movie called that. And if you notice in that movie, if you ever seen it, you didn't know what the fuck was going on until the end of the movie. Because you ain't in tune with your senses. Because they only taught you got 5 senses. But I know we have more than that. But you won't make it to your next sense, nigga, because nothing you do makes sense. That's why you getting your ass choked the fuck out. If you try to choke me, somebody gonna get their ass whooped, nigga. I'm not gonna be the only one taking a licking. And as they say, Timex takes a licking but keeps on ticking. You better look at this page. They tried to come mop me up and lick me up, but them niggas got some licks themselves. And I'm still here ticking, looking more beautiful and wonderful than ever. Because we go by the Spirit here. And I'm in my senses. And my senses say to me, you go find the Creator. You go find what created you. Because that's the only one that can show you what you are and who you are and what you were made for. Can't no man do it, because can't no man and ain't no man ever tried to show you. They only tried to take your spirit from you. What'd you say, son?
Something's coming, but it ain't no man.
Something's already here, but it ain't no man. My Father's home. Welcome to his house. So, who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. So until you start using your mind and exercising your senses, you don't get the power of discernment. As a brother a couple days ago tried to explain to me, yesterday, he said he has the power of discernment, but he don't have it in the tongue. I said I had to show him that you don't have the power of discernment, because the power of discernment don't separate itself. If you got it here, you got it in the tongue. You got it everywhere in your life. So you just reading and quoting scriptures and think you own something, but you don't know. I know. And if I don't know, I'm going to say I don't know. But I now know everything. Yeah, and I'm bold enough to say it. Because the things I don't know, I know where to get them from. The one with everything. Who is me? Who is he? Who I am? Who is my Father? Everything is within him. And in the time that he needs me to get it, because I bow, because I humble myself, because I bend with humility, whether you can see it or not, in that time that he deems me righteous enough, worthy enough to have it, then shall I have it. That's it, and that's all. But most of you can't do that because you in a rush. Pew, pew, pew. That's why you mangled all up. Tangled all up in your own fake ass karate moves, which is crazy moves. Who said that? James Brown? I don't know karate, but I know crazy. Yeah, all you niggas know is crazy, and you don't even know the crazy. You don't know how crazy you fucking look. You talk about it all the time, but you always talking about the next man or the next woman, how crazy they are. But you seem to skip over how fucking retarded you are. Somebody clicked on and gave it a like and clicked off. Was that you?
Yes.
See? My woman. Yeah, I ain't my woman. Even though she right here with us, she clicked on supporting what her mom does. That's a woman. That ain't a menstruous monster. Even though she has a cycle, I got a cycle too. I just don't bleed. But actually I do. I do bleed once a month. Nigga, because I know my bitch. I know my woman. So guess what? If my woman bleeds, do I not bleed? Huh?
You bleed.
If I say my woman is me and I'm my woman, do I not bleed?
You bleed.
Whatever she's going through at that time of her cycle, am I not on the receiving end of that? Am I not not just the receiving, am I not in the midst of that?
You are.
I am. So if I don't teach her how to behave before that happens and while it happens, if I'm not compassionate unto these things, how can I show her how to deal with these things? But you ain't man enough to say that you got a period, are you? That you got a cycle, are you? And I'm going to show you, because we go by the Spirit. I haven't looked at it like that. I've looked at it, but I ain't put it together like that until right now. Even though I've seen it and I knew it, I haven't put it together like that until right now. Yeah, nigga, I have a period. I bleed once a month. Yeah, fuck it. Yes, I do. Is it in my drawers? No. But my woman's drawers belong to me. So yes. See? When you go by the Spirit leads you to places you don't want to go. Are you man enough? Are you woman enough to go there and then come back out with the juicy fruit? Are you man and woman enough to come back out with that juicy fruit and bring it back to the light, bring it unto your family and share it out unto the world? Most of us not, because we ain't been taught that way. So no matter what, 1 Maccabees 3:60 says, nevertheless, as the will of Father is in heaven, so let him do. I'm going to let him do what he's supposed to do, because this is what he created me to do. I'm going to allow him to show me what I'm for. And what he's been showing me is that I'm greater than everything, than all these things of the flesh. The flesh is just my little skin suit. So when you see me shined up in the way I'm acting, it's not because of, it's because of how I feel on the inside. This is my behavior on the outside. My outside don't make my inside. My inside is made the outside. This is why your outside of your world is shit. No matter how much money you get, it's always shit. And you always gonna be shit because you are outside motherfucker. You're not an inside. I accept all sides. And I work on refining all sides at all times, so that I am not caught on either one, but I am both simultaneously. Nigga. (54:3-54), 1 Maccabees. Then sounded they with trumpets and cried with a loud voice. What he say in Isaiah 58? Cry loud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet. Show my people their transgressions and Israel their sins. Because we go by the Spirit here. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet. Cry aloud. Show my people their transgressions and Israel their sins. First and foremost, you from within. Me. Before I speak anything unto you, I have to be a Babe. You may not think it because you don't think right. You are not in the state of being a Babe. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. No, you go get your own. This is what this about. Ain't nobody going to get nothing for you. You go get your own. You're supposed to have it already. You're supposed to remind your father, Father, where your horn? You're supposed to be blowing your horn. When I say certain things, you're supposed to be burr, 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 burr. Come on. Yeah. And it is 5:42 now. But we go by the Spirit in here. But you see, as the horn come out, the horn is saying it's time. Come out of her, my people. Oh, that was nice. So as we going by the Spirit, you niggas think Jesus is the covenant. Well, let me show you the covenant. The book of Hebrews, chapter 8, verse 8. Hebrews chapter 8, verse 8. Woman, you want to read?
Hebrews chapter 8, verse 8.
Excuse me. And you was doing an excellent job, Doctor. Thank you. Let's give it up for our first reader. Not saying your duty is over, but thank you. All right. Come on, woman.
Hebrews chapter 8, verse 8. For finding fault with them.
Hold up. For finding fault with them. Come on.
He saith.
He saith. Come on.
Behold.
Behold. Come on.
The days come. Saith the Almighty.
The days cometh, saith the Almighty. Bring it out.
When I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel.
When I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel. Speak on it.
And the house of Judah.
And the house of Judah. See, what you don't get is, why in the world, if my father made one family, why the fuck is it 12 tribes? Why is it a house of Judah and it's a house of Israel? Why are they separate? But let's keep reading.
Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers.
Not according to the covenant I made with their fathers. Speak on it.
In the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt.
Right there. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers. In the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt. Not the same covenant? Why not?
Because they continue not in my covenant.
Because they continue not in my covenant. So the Almighty says, the Almighty says, the Father says, saying in Malachi. Let me go to Malachi real quick. Because we go by the Spirit in here. I think it's around there, 1 and 4, I'm pretty sure. What the Almighty says. He says, I don't change. Ain't that in Malachi? He says, I'm the Almighty, I don't change. Where's that at? I make 1:8. Oh, there you go right there. Malachi 3 and 6. But I'm going to go to Malachi 2 and 16 real quick. Malachi, the book of Malachi 2 and 16. For the Almighty Father of Israel saith that he hateth putting away. He don't want to kill your ass. This is why he gave you grace through his mercy. But you think you know what that means, but you don't. For one covereth violence with his garment, saith the Almighty of hosts. Therefore take heed to your spirit, that ye deal not treacherously. So why would he need to make another covenant? He just said because our fathers, they continue not in his covenant, right? So that meant we dealt with him what? Treacherously. And he's already said that already early in the book, that we left him as a treacherous wife leaveth her husband. That means you're a dirty motherfucker. You're never supposed to get divorced. Once we make a commitment, we make a commitment. That means you in it till it ain't. You in it forever, so long as it is. I'm going to find a way to make it work because I am that man. I am that man because my word is my bond. So why would he make another covenant when right over here he says, Malachi, but let's see, chapter 3, verse 6. For I am the Almighty, I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. He said, I change not. So let's see. Read that 9. When I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt. When verse 8. For finding fault with them, that means we changed. He didn't change. He saith, behold, the days cometh, saith the Almighty, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and the house of Judah. Let's hear what this new covenant is. Because people say Jesus is the new covenant and you should suck his blood. Every first communion. Suck his blood. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt. Because they continue not in my covenant. Go ahead, warrior mother.
And I regarded them not.
And I regarded them not. That means, hold on. That means he left us to the mercy of our enemies. He didn't leave us completely, but he said, all right, you want to be by yourself? I'm going to leave by yourself for a time. That's called grace, nigga. Through his mercy, because he said over here in Malachi that the Almighty hateth putting away. He could have just killed us because we hurt him so bad and we strayed away from our covenant. It wasn't him. It's always been us. He's perfect. You don't know he made you perfect. Read the rest of that.
Saith the Almighty.
I regarded them not, saith the Almighty. Come on, next one.
For this is the
Call it out.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 7, verse 10.
No, we on chapter 8. Woman.
Sorry.
This is chapter
8, verse 10. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days.
For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. Now, if you look right there, it don't say Judah. It don't say what you call Judah. But in the prior verse, it says Israel and Judah. Why it don't say Judah right there? Because he deals with us as a what? As a family, as a whole. So you got to be, man, if you ain't careful, if you don't exercise your senses, nigga, you don't have none. Well, let's hear about that covenant. What covenant is he going to make? He going to make me bow down to a man and I got to go through a man to get to him? Come on.
Saith the Almighty, I will put my laws into their mind.
He will what?
Put my laws into their mind.
He will what?
Put thy law into their mind.
He will what?
Put their law into thy mind.
Put Jesus' blood in my mouth.
Put thy law into thy mind.
Put Jesus in my heart. Now, you know some dumbass pastor gonna say that. That means put Jesus in your heart. Then why he didn't say Jesus' name? He says, put my law. And his law is his what? Is his word. Is his Holy Spirit. The word comes after the Holy Spirit. But the word is the Holy Spirit because the Holy Spirit uttered the vibration which we interpret as words. Fuck boy. I will put my laws into their mind. Read on, woman.
And write them in their hearts.
and write them in their hearts. He ain't wrote no Jesus in my heart. He ain't wrote no Jesus in your heart. Your goddamn slave master your slave master put Jesus in your heart. The book of Maccabees, first book of Maccabees, chapter 3, verse 48. And laid open the book of law, wherein ye heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. They put that shit in your brain, and your mangled up, disintegrated fucking brain. So if you got any part of a brain that's working properly left, hear my words. Thus saith the Almighty. I will put my laws, the new covenant is the same as the old covenant, which you don't know. His laws has always been on his children's heart. How can they not be? If you come from perfection, if you come from the Creator, he is made off of his laws, statutes, and commandments. He is the law, statutes, and commandments. So if you come from him, you have to already be made from his laws, statutes, and commandments. Not statues, but statutes and commandments. His pillars, his oracles of principalities, of principles. He is the law. Why does he need to give another nigga and you better hear correctly what I'm saying, to make another nigga seem like he the power so you can believe him, when he the Almighty and he can just have you know him? You fool. When would ye be wise of the tricks and trades, of the traps and snares of the devil? When will you be wise to him? You not wise, because you niggas nowadays, you call a dope spot the trap house. You know it's a fucking trap, but yet you go in there expecting you gonna be safe. You gotta be a dumb motherfucker. You gotta be brain dead. Every time you come out the liquor store, you looking around your back. When you going into the liquor store, you looking around, hoping you don't get your ass robbed and shot the fuck up. Because your spirit, you know it's a trap house. Greetings and blessings, son. So I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts. Speak on it.
And I will be to them a father.
And I will be to them a what?
Father.
And I will be to them a father. The only reason, he's always been a father to us, but we haven't what? Allowed him to be a father unto us, because we keep breaking our word. Our word means nothing. We keep breaking our covenant, trying to shake hands. You know, just shake on it. Fuck, I gotta shake on it. Nigga, didn't I just say it? So if I said it, I meant it. You don't mean your words. Your word is not your bond. So you actually showing me that you the fucking liar. As it says in Psalms 55 and 20. He has broken his covenant. What the fuck you want to shake my hand for? Nigga, you trying to get some of my life because you're a fucking vampire, because you're a zombie, because you're a werewolf. And if you get mad that I don't shake your hand, nigga, that's that bitch in you. And if you don't understand, if I take time to explain it to you, it's because, nigga, you just bitch. It ain't just a bitch in you, it's that you all bitch. And you mad that I won't let you suck on me because I'm not a bitch. I might got a lot of forehead, nigga, but I ain't no lollipop. and I will be to them a father. Come on, woman.
And they shall be to me a people.
And they shall be to me a people. Now, because they weren't behaving like my children, they was behaving like sodomish ass, faggot ass kids, heathens. They were behaving like the kids of the devil, of the Satans, who came down here and told you they was your gods. And you forgot all about your father. You have forgotten the face of your father. Now watch this. Read 11. Watch this.
And they shall not teach every man his neighbor.
And they shall not teach every man his neighbor. What does it say I shouldn't be doing, really? He say, and I shouldn't teach every man his neighbor. Why is he saying I shouldn't teach you? But everybody is out here saying that they're what? I'm a professor. I'm a teacher. I'm a pastor. I'm an evangelist. I'm a prophetess. Bitch, you ain't no prophet to nobody, not even yourself. Goddamn fucking evil wench. A wench. But you can't lift nothing up. And you don't lift nothing up. You lower them down. So that's what a winch does also. It actually, before you get some, it has to be lowered down. The winch just don't be fully extended to lift up. It has to be lowered down first. So you got to go down first. So yeah, you bitches are winches. And you niggas worse than them. So it says, and they shall not teach every man his neighbor. Why should not teach every man his neighbor? They say each one teach one. Each one reach one, teach one. So maybe it's a way I should be teaching. Read the rest of that.
And every man his brother.
And every man his brother. Come on. Saying what?
Know thy Almighty.
What?
Know the Almighty.
So the only thing I'm really supposed to be doing, if you are not seeking diligently, where was that at? Yesterday I just got Proverbs. 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 What's that? 5. Like 13, or was it 22? 27? Let me throw this in here real quick. Proverbs 11 and 5. Proverbs 11 and 5. The righteousness of the perfect, what did he say? Well, all these motherfucking Christians, all you motherfucking Buddhists, and all you fucking Muslims, and all you fucking everybody, you unperfect ass, filthy ass creatures, why are they always saying ain't nobody perfect? All you regular ass niggas, ain't nobody perfect. I'm not, well, you not perfect, but right here it says the righteousness of the perfect. He just said somebody's perfect, didn't he? And this ain't the only place. Shall direct his way. That means they're going to be thinking about they every step and they move because they are what? In a state of perfection, because they come from perfection. But the wicked shall fall by his own wickedness. The wicked always going to tell you, you ain't perfect because they not perfect. So they don't want you to reach your perfection. They don't want you to find out that you are perfect. And every nigga who say that they love my Father. That's why they don't call him Father. That's why they like to say God, because they like to mix you up and to get you to thinking that their God is your Father. We got the same. No, we don't, bitch. My Father ain't no God. He is the creator of life itself, himself. And he is perfect. This is why I know what I am. This is why I feel the way that I am. Why I've always felt this. I just didn't know then. Now I know, so now I can walk on it. Walk with it. Because it's solid. Because I'm perfection. And as perfection, I'm going to keep on perfecting myself, not professing myself. You see that? Perfecting myself, not professing myself. Let's go to 9. Proverbs 11 and 9. And hypocrite with his mouth destroyeth his neighbor, but through knowledge shall the just be delivered. What? A hypocrite with his mouth destroyeth his. Who gonna tell you not perfect? A fucking hypocrite. Living a double life. Living on a down low. In the closet. In his church. His church a big ass closet. His school a big ass closet. Her sorority is a big ass closet. And they live in double and triple and quadruple lives. Don't know if they men or women. I'm both. I'm all of that. Yeah, I'm all of that, nigga, but not in a perverse way. You a perversion. I know that it's woman come from me, so I am mind and woman. But nigga, I dwell in my mind state. But I know my woman state and I take care of her very well. This is how I'm so mindly, nigga. Because where I'm going to in Proverbs, go and explain it. I think it was 27. Proverbs 27. Yep. Proverbs 27 and 23. Be thou diligent to know, what he say?
Be thou diligent to know.
Read that, warrior mother. That verse 11 over there in Hebrews chapter 8.
And they shall not teach every man his neighbor.
Why shouldn't they teach every man his? What was we just saying? Oh, that was Proverbs. What did I just? Proverbs 7? Oh, 11. That was Proverbs 11. Watch this. Ooh, read that one more time at the top.
And they shall not teach every man his neighbor.
What you on, John? What you on?
I got Hebrews chapter 8, verse 11.
All right, not get rid of Maccabees. Go to Proverbs. I want you to get in on this. Come on, flip it all the way up. You know what Proverbs are? Proverbs. There you go. Right after Psalms. Go to Proverbs. Proverbs 11 and 5. Now look at this. We on 2 minutes and 34, 2 hours and 34 minutes with just a few scriptures. See, when you searching diligently, you can bring out one scripture and you can be in that scripture forever.
11 and 5.
Do you hear me, family? You can be in that one scripture forever. But people want to keep on moving. I know I got that part. You ain't got shit. You don't even understand that one, because that one is an infinite eternity. So it just get deeper and deeper and deeper before you will come to that aha, the light. And even when you come to that one, nigga, go deeper and deeper and deeper. And then you, aha, but you can't keep still because you niggas got ADD. You can't pay attention because you don't exercise your senses. You got it? Come on, read that.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 5.
Uh-huh.
The righteousness of the perfect shall direct his what?
Warrior Mother, read that 11 again in Hebrews 8 and 11.
And they shall not teach every man his neighbor.
What did he say? He said, they shall not teach every man his neighbor. Read 5 again.
The righteousness of the perfect shall direct his what?
Who shall teach you? What did he just say shall teach you? The righteousness shall teach you. Not your perfect, even though we talking about perfection, we speaking about perfection. Within perfection, the righteousness shall teach you that you perfect. The righteous shall teach you. Your righteousness, the righteousness shall teach you about the law, statutes, and commandments. It shall lead you there. And it shall teach you about your perfection. And it shall teach you about the covenant. But if you don't, let me go here. This is Proverbs 27 and 23. Be thou diligent to know how the fuck you gonna learn. If you got ADD, but you think you got everything else. You don't know you sick. You don't know your senses is gone and ate the fuck up. Huh? Y'all hear me? Be thou diligent to know. If you don't seek diligently to know the rest of that, the state of thy flocks, and look well to thy herds. If you don't seek diligently to know the states of your flocks, as we were speaking already, how you gonna take care of your herd? How you gonna be the strong man in your house if you bound up? You not. They coming to take your ass away like cow gone. And now your house has become a captive. And as in Maccabees, nigga, for we know the calamities of our people and our sanctuary. We know what's gonna come after that. They're gonna turn our family into faggots, into murderers, into lesbians, same faggot, drag queens. How the fuck you gonna be a drag and the queen? Nigga, that's a drag. That's why a queen is a drag. You think that's something holy and high. Nigga, that's a drag. What is he dragging? What is this? Look, what is that dragging with him? His balls in his jungle. Dragging on the ground. Talking about he a queen. And the queen, she want his. She want to cut his off and attach him to her. You don't know what to do with your Congo business that you call vagina. How you gonna know what to do with his nuts and his balls? Again, you women out, you females out here, you claim you can do it better than men. You won't help him to his position. You see him in that state, you say you're smarter than him, you're more intelligent than him, you're more brighter than him, but you won't help him lift him up. But you so fucking stupid, you out here saying you like him, but you dressing like the filthiest niggas ever. You ain't even dressing like a real man. Your pants hanging and sagging down low, dirty ass panties on, just like this nigga with dirty ass drawers on. It was two little dirty ass dykes when I was speaking yesterday. No, at the store, and they see me and she heard me say something about it. Bitch, y'all confused. Not in a disrespectful manner, but I let them know like I'm speaking now. You confused. She told her little girlfriend when she came back to the car, and it's like, girl, we need to move because we don't want them to say that. And I walked over a little bit further down so they could see me at that door. I say, roll your window down. They say, roll your window down. And they took off and went to the next block and finish pouring their drink. No, they knew I was talking to them. And they knew what I was going to say to them. And they was ashamed. Because they knew I wasn't yelling at them to say that you just a bad person. I was crying aloud to them to say that you are confused because somebody has mangled and twisted up your mind. But when will ye be wise? You know what the fuck you doing. I felt it on their speech. You know exactly what the fuck you doing is wrong. But we don't want to hear what we doing is wrong, because if we hear it, those of us who know better, it's going to make us do what?
Do better.
Or you going to go against it. And when you go against it and you make that choice to go against it, he going to fuck you up. So read the rest of that, Marva.
And they shall not teach every man his neighbor.
Yeah, read 5.
The righteousness of the perfect shall direct his way.
It's showing you right here, show you through the whole book. He say, I'm not supposed to teach you, because the new covenant was what? I'm going to put my laws, statutes, and commandments on your heart, in your mind. So you should be able to teach who? Who should be teaching you? No, it said, don't teach your neighbor. So I'm saying, so you should be able, if he put your laws, his laws, statutes, and commandments in your mind, on your heart, who should be teaching you?
The righteous.
What'd you say?
The righteous.
The righteousness. Of who?
Of the Father.
Where? From where?
From yourself.
From yourself. You should be teaching your goddamn self. Because he gave you a what? A mind. To figure out when somebody's fucking over you. Even if you've been raped since you was 1. As you grow up, you're going to start to see the difference. Damn, I'm a man. I'm a boy. That's a girl. You're going to have them natural feelings for her. I don't care what you, nigga, you a goddamn liar. You see that fine ass woman over there and you a man, nigga, you're going to have some feelings towards her. You may learn to put them in a state of regression or recessiveness, because a man can do it to where you ain't just going crazy when you see her, nigga, but you're going to have some type of reaction. Nigga, get close to that ass and see what happened. Yeah. He said, catfish makes my nature rise. Yeah. Come on, that catfish. Yes, he talking about the woman, Dalton.
Oh.
When a woman come around, mine get hard. He get excited. His chest start poking out. That's why these niggas always start acting like bitches when women come around.
Yeah, like this.
Yes, they want to fight. Nigga, my word, your word ain't shit, nigga. You trying to show out for a woman that don't even want your ass. Because you can't control your excitement. So I'm going to finish this off. Hebrews 8 and 11. And they shall not teach every man his neighbor. Yeah, give me some water, please. Oh, it's right here. I got it. Thank you. Water. These dogs gonna say juice.
Yeah.
Water.
It's water and juice.
It's just water, son. And they, verse 11, and they shall not teach every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, know the Almighty. What you supposed to do with my father?
Know the Almighty.
For all shall know me. What'd he say?
For all shall know me.
From the least to the greatest.
From the least to the greatest.
Because you're supposed to be at home teaching your family. Hit that. You was on point. from the least to the greatest, you should know me. That means if you was doing what? Proverbs 27 and 23. Be thou diligent. If you was being diligent, if you had your ass at home, being a father, if you thought about who you was going to lay down with before you laid down with them, before you placed that seed in her, if you thought about who you was going to make a baby with, instead of just fucking around, and you cultivated that soil, you cultivated that land, you turned over that soil, and you made it fertile, then you placed your seed in it. If you was diligent to know how to cultivate that lawn, then and only then can you look well unto thy herd, your family. Then every man wouldn't have to be out here professing to be a teacher, because you would have your ass at home being a father and a mother. And you would be teaching your children that they are not kids and they are not demons and they are not humans, but they are holy and they are separate. They are set apart because they are the Almighty's holy onspring, not offspring. So your children would know the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Almighty. And when they go outside of your house, instead of like you religious motherfuckers, they would what? They would know how to behave themselves in the world and not beguile themselves and others, spreading that faggot ass gospel, trying to beguile other people into believing in a demonic ass gospel. So you send them out to go spell. And you tell them to believe in Holy Ghost. Ain't shit holy about no goddamn ghost. Casper. Ain't shit friendly about no ghost. A ghost is a ghost. As the Ghostbuster said, I ain't afraid of no ghost. I'ma vanquish your ass with the word of truth, because it was put into my heart, my mind. So it says, and they shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know the Almighty. Because we're going to say, nigga, you better know the Almighty. Know who your father is. Because when you know who your father is, you ain't lost no more. You now know, and you understand, and now I ain't giving it to you. But you have something to stand on when you know who you are. For all shall know me, from the least to the greatest. That means from the Babe unto the elders. They all shall know me, and it ain't going to be no misinterpretation or no interpolation or no transforming of the word, transfiguration of the word, no GMOing the word, no attempts at it of your perversions. Because if you do, we're going to cut your fucking head off. That's why it says my word, my Father's word is like a two-edged sword. Oh, right over here to the book of Hebrews, chapter 4, verse 12. The word of Father is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit. Nigga, he gonna separate your ass from your body. The truth. So when I say I'm gonna cut your ass, your fucking head off, I ain't gotta threaten you with a weapon made by the devil. I don't have to threaten you at all. All I have to do is speak the truth. And it's just gonna do what it do, baby. Piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner. What we've been speaking about? Discerning. We were just in, where was that in discerning?
Hebrews
Oh.
5 and 12.
Oh yeah, right there. All of it right there.
It's not what you
Right
like,
across the street.
but it's your favorite.
But it's my favorite thing. Hebrews 5 and 14. But strong meat belongeth to them that are full age, even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. Hebrews 4 and 12. For the word of Father is quick and powerful, and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner. The word of the Most High is the discerner. So once you have it on your mind, on your heart, it is now your tongue. Your tongue becomes sharper than a two-edged sword. So you cannot have it on your mind and not have it on your heart, as my brother was trying to speak to me and say, that's wrong. We don't agree to disagree here. You or I are wrong, or we both right, or we both wrong, and we better go search for some more understanding. But in this case, I am right and you are wrong. The Holy Spirit is the discerner. The Holy Spirit is the word. It ain't no fucking Holy Ghost, and it ain't no goddamn Jesus or nobody else you think. And of the joints and marrow. And it is a discerner of the thoughts. What I've been saying this whole time? It is the discerner of the multitude of your thoughts and your family and intents of the heart. So I'll know the intents of your heart when you speak. All I have to do is, by reasoning of the use of my senses, exercise to discern between good and evil. But if you don't have them, if you ain't been exercised, you rusty. You got cancer. You think it's a coincidence that the whole world got cancer? Rust on your car, they call it cancer because it's cancer, because it's being eaten away. You're rusty. Your mind is calcified. Your pineal gland, for all you ass-kissing gods of Egypt worshiping ass feminine woman, the womb of the world, stupid motherfuckers. The womb was made to be fucked. It was made to be gone. Let me say it right. The womb was made to be gone into and out of, not fucked. Forgive me, I misspoke. But it was made to be gone into, like I've been speaking about this whole time, and come out of. You have not come out of the womb. There's a womb bigger than your mama's womb, and your mama's womb is big. Because too many things have been going into and out of your mama.
Oh, dang.
And you worshiping this bitch. Respect your mama. But you got to start speaking truth. You hate your daddy. You hate your father. But you don't know why. And you say you love your mother. Well, if you hate your father, why you don't hate your mama? Because your mama let him come in her and let him leave out. She didn't really want him to stay anyway. A lot of times men had to leave because they really couldn't be the bitch that she was trying to make him. He didn't want to leave you there, but he didn't want to hurt your mama. But he should have slapped the shit out of her and put her in her place. That way you would have grew up in your place and you would have seen how family structure goes. And eventually you wouldn't have to slap her. But because she's been slapped around by her slave master, that's all she knows. And if you don't smack the shit out of her, she don't respect you. That's why you niggas don't respect the man until he slapped the shit out of you with his Mac hand. And then your head is open to hear knowledge. Huh? Like your children. They don't respect you until you lay hands on them. They heard them words, but when you lay hands on them and you stay on your word and you show them that you're not a hypocrite, then they respect you. But you niggas too old for this. Hebrews 8 and 11 at the end. I'm going to read the whole thing again. And they shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know the Almighty, for all shall know me, for the least to the greatest. Read what you got over there in Proverbs. Is that 7 and 11 and 5?
Mhm.
Read that all the way to the end.
The righteousness of the perfect shall direct his way, but the wicked shall fall by his own wickedness.
The world is falling. Babylon is falling by their own wickedness, pretending to be righteous. But they are heathen. There's no more profane creature ever created than Esau, the offspring of their daddies, the Satans. Read 9. The same chapter, but read 9.
An hypocrite with his mouth destroyeth his neighbor.
A hypocrite with his mouth destroyeth his neighbor.
But through knowledge shall he.
But through who?
But through knowledge.
But through who?
But through knowledge.
The knowledge of righteousness, through its perfection. What else?
Shall the just be delivered.
Shall the just be delivered. You just got delivered.